Okay, hi everyone. So this will be the beginning of a three-part video. So we are entering 5.2 and we'll be talking about linear equations with fractions. All right. So over here, this will be the part one of the three videos. So part one, we are going to look at simple kind of equations where we will be doing mostly what we do with our integers. All right, before this. Okay, so without further ado, let us turn to exercise 5A within our textbook. Okay, so with this one over here, alright, exercise 5A, right? So exercise 5A, right? We are going to look at question 4, and particularly just 4A, 4C, 4E, 4G. Alright, so over here, right, let's start off with 4A, right? So question 4, part A. Alamak. Okay, part A. So over here we have 7y minus 2 and 3 over 4 is equals to 1 half. Okay, now so with this one over here, right, it's actually almost the same like what we did previously. We can just move this term away, right? We can remove this term away and we can divide by 7 away after the first step. Now, so how do we move this away? We are going to make use of the in between the opposite step, right? We're going to make use of the reverse step and we need to balance both sides. So what I'm going to do here is I'm alternating between pen and pencil. So the ones in gray would be your pencil marks and the ones in black would be your pen mark. So take note of that. So over here for this term over here, right, I will need to like reverse the minus 2 and 3 over 4. So in order to reverse, I need to add 2, 3 over 4 over here. Alright? So if I add something on the left, I need to add back something on the right so that I can balance both sides of the equation. Alright? So over here, what do I have? I have 7y on the left, right? And over here, these two will cancel, right? These two will cancel. And using my calculator, right, I can take half plus 2 and 3 quarters. So I will have 13 over 4, right? 13 over 4, right? So don't worry too much, right? We always have the calculator to help us to do some work. So please put that machine into good use. Now over here we have 7y, so I will need to divide by 7 on the left and I need to divide by 7 on the right. So 7y divided by 7, I have y on the left. 13 over 4 divided by 7, you can punch your calculator, you should be able to get 13 over 28. So this would be the final answer for part A. Alright, so let's take a look at part C. We've got 1/3 x is equals to 7, right? Equals to 7. So now we have 1/3 x equal to 7, but what we're interested is to find 1x because we need to find the value of x, which is also 1x. So what should we do to make 1/3 1? We can actually multiply by 3. So if we multiply by 3 on the left, we need to multiply by 3 on the right. So over here, this one will cancel, 3 and this will cancel, right? And okay, so over here I have x on the left. So 7 times 3 will give me 21 on the right hand side. So this is for part C. Now moving on to part E, right? So part E, I have two methods for part E. Right, I have two methods for part E. So over here, I have 1 over x plus 3 is equals to 4. Or, 1 over 3x plus 3 also equals to 4. So let me show you two methods. Now, first method over here is the same as what we've done before. Now, I'm looking for x. So I need to remove those that are outside of x. I need to minus 3 for this one. I need to get rid of this one, right? So if I do this on the left, I also need to do this on the right. So on the left, I'm left with 1 over 3x, and 4 minus 3 on the right will give me 1. So over here, how do I get rid of this 1 over 3? I can multiply by 3. So let me put a dot 3 on the left, and then to multiply by a 3 on the right. So this will cancel to give me just 1x. On the right, 1 times 3 give me 3. Okay, now, or the other way that we could do this is, now, because of 1 over 3x, in order to remove the fraction, I need to multiply by 3, correct? So if I multiply the whole thing by 3 on the left, I also need to multiply by 3 on the right. So on the left, I have 1/3 over 1 over 3x times 3, which give me 1x. 3 times 3 give me 9. On the right hand side, 4 times 3 give me 12. Right? So now, what plus 9 is equals to 12? So x is equals to 3. Or you can do the reverse where you can minus 9 on both sides. And it will still give you x equals to 3. Right, so two methods to do. The first one over there is to move one by one. The second one over here is the thinking is that I want to remove all my fractions to multiply the whole thing by a number. Okay, so similarly, I'm going to do the same and let you compare for G so that you are a bit more aware and you roughly know what to expect. So G, we have 3 minus a quarter of y is equals to 2, right? The alternative, okay, I'm going to write like this again over here, so that you can compare and see. So the first one that we're going to do is, now I'm going to look for y, correct? So means I need to make the 3 go away. So how do I reverse 3 or reverse a positive 3? I will need to minus 3, right? So 3 minus 3 will give me 0. So on the right hand side, I need to balance with another minus 3. So 3 minus 3 is 0. I have negative 1 quarter y is equals to minus 2 minus 3 will be negative 1. Negative on both sides, let me remove the negative signs or multiply by negative 1 on both sides. Then last but not least, 1 over 4 is 1 divided by 4. So how do I reverse divide by 4? I need to times 4 on the left, times 4 on the right, balance. So over here, 1y is going to give me 4. Okay, now so with this one over here, the second method is, now we have a 1 over 4 over there. So in order to remove the over 4, I'm going to multiply the whole thing by 4. So if I do the whole thing on the left, I also need to multiply by 4 on the right. So 3 times 4 is 12. The negative 1 over 4 times 4 is 1. So I get 1y. On the right hand side, I have 2 times 4, give me 8. So 12 minus y is 8. So y would be equals to 4. Okay, so 12 minus what equals to 8? 12 minus 4 is equals to 8. So y is equals to 4. Okay, so you can do this for part G. Alright, so with this, I'm going to go on to practice now 2 in your page 131. Okay, so the last question in this video would be on practice now 2, question 1a. So for question 1a, we are going to look at this equation over here. So on the left hand side, we've got 5 over 7y plus 2. Right? When you write this, be careful. We must be very careful to see this is 5 over 7, y is in between. Another way to write this, right, is actually, okay, another proper way to write this is actually 5y over 7, right? So this is the correct one, this is the correct one. Now the wrong way to write this, is 5 over 7y. Do you see the difference? Right? Do you see the difference? This means 5 divided by 7y. Okay, so the first two are correct. This one is actually incorrect. And a lot of people do the mistake over here, 5 over 7. Why? Because they want to align, the bottom. So actually for fractions, we don't align. We try to, the position matters. So where you put the y is actually very important. Okay, so for the first two is okay. It does not equal to the last one over here. Okay, right. So over here, we continue on with a half y plus 3 and 1 quarter. Okay, so with this one, what should we do? We do the same as what we did last time. So on the left hand side, I don't want the plus 2. So remove, we need to reverse to minus 2 on the left. Do the same on the right, but we do this for the number. So on the left, I'm going to be left with 5 over 7 y. On the right hand side, I have half y, and that 1 minus 2 give me 1 and 1 quarter. Okay, 1 and 1 quarter. Now over here, what next do I have is that I need to move the half y over to the left. So how do I reverse the plus half y? Is I need to minus a half y. Why a plus? Because invisible. There's an invisible plus over there. So minus on the right, minus on the left. So on the left, do we need to do extra working? Don't need. We just use calculator. We take 5 over 7 minus half. We're going to look at 3 over 14. Y. Okay, and on the right hand side this will cancel, and we're going to be left with 1 and 1 quarter. Alright, so what are we going to do next? Now 3 divide by 14. So divide by 14, let's reverse that first. Let us times 14 on the left times 14 on the right. So if we multiply by 14 on the left, this will cancel. Alright, and then we use calculator. 1 and 1 over 4 times 14 will give me 35 over 2. Right, 35 over 2. Then we can divide by 3 on the left, divide by 3 on the right. So over here, y would be equals to 35 over 6. Alright, now one precaution when you key in fractions, right? What is this looking for? What is this looking for? It is actually, I'm looking for 3 over 5 over 35 over 2 divided by 6. Do you see the longer line? Right? It really means like this. It is not 35 over 2 over 6 like that. Okay? So two things are very different. So when you key in, you have to be very sensitive. It is this whole thing divided by 3. Okay? Oh, sorry. It's divided by 3. Should put 3. Okay? So so you have to be careful with the positions of this one, and be careful with the position of the y. Alright? So what have we done so far? We've done the same thing like what we've done before. It's just now like fractions. So stay tuned. We have two more skills to go through as you deal algebraic expressions with the linear equations with fractions.